never eat at your bed at nighttime. Too late. It's too late. By the way, whenever I say these titles like never eat at your bed at night, I'm simply translating it because it's the same title in Spanish. Like with the other video where it's like never speak to the dead, it's because that's the title in Spanish and I'm literally translating. There's people who are like, don't tell me what to do. Why the fuck would I come on TikTok and let somebody tell me what to do? Are you serious? Are you okay? Just enjoy the stories. So this story was being told by her own mom. Her mom said that when she was young, she lived in Mexico in this really big ranch. She explains that a lot of paranormal stuff would happen, not just at that ranch, but like with the people, their neighbors around them. And her mom was never a scaredy cat. On the contrast, she loved any paranormal stories or shows and things like that. Her mom shared a bedroom with her two aunts. They had twin beds where the youngest would sleep on the top and the oldest would sleep in the bottom. She says that every time her mom explains this story to her, she explains it like, I love to eat. Girl, same. And because she loved to eat, something happened to her that she is never going to forget. Her mom explains that every time after dinner, she would get a pan dulce with some atole and she would take it to her room to eat while she watched TV. And her grandmother, her mom's mom, would get really bothered by this because she would tell her that the food is only to be consumed at the kitchen or at the dinner table. That if she ate in her room, it would attract rodents or maybe other things. Her mom was very curious, so she would always ask her grandmother, what other things? Like, what are you talking about? And that her grandmother would tell her, well, there's some souls and some demonic things that are attracted by food. That it's also bad for you to leave like dirty dishes in the sink overnight and things like that. Oh my god, everything I do. And she warned her that if she left any food in the side of her bed or anything like that, these demonic things would come looking for it. Thank God I finished everything. She even told her that not only would they try to eat her food, but they would also try to take her soul. So her aunt, her mom's sister, being a very big scaredy cat, would also get really mad when her mom would bring food to the bedroom because she would hear all the things that her mom would tell her and be like, I don't want these things to come, like stop eating in our bedroom. However, her mom and even her grandfather would always be like, oh, those are just dumb things that your grandma says to scare you off. So days would go on and her mom never stopped bringing food into the room. The first time that something strange happened was when she had taken some pistachios into the room at nighttime and she had left some on the plate that she didn't eat, and when they woke up in the morning, the pistachios were all thrown on the floor and opened with the missing seed on the inside. Obviously, when her aunt saw that, she got so mad and they started fighting all morning because of it. After that happened, all the girls that were sleeping in that bedroom thought that they could hear a rat underneath the bed, and obviously her aunts would blame her mom because she's the only one that would bring food into their bedroom at night. And of course, her grandmother would tell her mom, it will be your fault if we get mice or like any kind of rodents into the house. However, they had no idea that there would be something worse that would happen. There was one night when one of her aunts got very sick, so the grandparents or their parents took her to go sleep in their bedroom and they left her mom in the bottom bunk by herself and the younger one on the very top. Because of how much she kept getting into trouble, her mom didn't take anything to eat to the bedroom that night. They all went to bed and started watching TV for a little bit, and they all just fell asleep with the TV still on. It was very late and the mom says that the light from the TV started to wake her up and bother her. When she opened her eyes, she said that she saw somebody like with a cloak on standing in the bedroom door. However, she was so sleepy that she could hardly like even open her eyes. That was also the moment where she started to hear,
give me some food. Give me some food. Where is the food? Give me the food.
Was it me at her door? The mom explains the voice as like really strange, very deep, and it almost sounded like it was slobbering as it was asking for food. She was still having a hard time opening her eyes, but she heard it again, that voice telling her, give me food, where's the food? The mom thought that it was a prank from one of her sisters, so she just tells her, shut up and just turn off the TV because I can't fall asleep. The following thing that she felt was like a breath at her feet. That's what immediately caused her to get up, open her eyes, and what she saw at the foot of her bed, she explains like a man. That he was hunched over and he had a cloak on, and when she noticed his eyes, they were entirely black. There had no white area. That's when her mom screamed so loud and this man went underneath the bed. Oh my god, I'm so scared. The sisters that were on the top bunk woke up and immediately screamed screamed as well. And what they saw was like a dark shadow just running out of their bedroom. The grandparents immediately ran to their room and asked them what was happening, but because all of the girls were crying, none of them could like clearly explain what they had seen. In that moment is when on the porch they heard all of their like dishes that they had cleaned just fall, like making the craziest, loudest sound. So her mom says that the following day she went to her mom, the girl's grandmother, and explained what she had seen. And of course, grandma was like, I warned you, I told you this would happen. And the aunt, the one that was sick, overheard their conversation. And she told both of them that she had already seen that man, that he was always right next to her mom's bed while she slept, and that was the reason that she would fall asleep with her back facing them. Why did she never say anything? And she had also told the other sisters, and that's why they were all insistent on telling her not to bring food into the bedroom. I would have been convinced by telling me there was a man next to my bed, but also maybe the mom wouldn't have, because she didn't even believe it at all. She explains that because of this story at her house, at her grandparents' house, nobody goes to bed unless the dishes are cleaned, and nobody takes food to their bedroom at night. So what do you guys think?